Welcome back to the channel, lads. It's episode 14 of our Blackburn Rovers career mode. In the previous episode, we started our Premier League campaign as well with a 1-0 draw against Crystal Palace, a game where some would say we were unlucky not to win. We also brought in new signings, Koulibaly of Borussia Dortmund. We brought in Neil from Sunderland, the midfielder, and we brought in Morgan Whittaker from Plymouth, who were relegated to League One last season in our championship campaign. Three good signings, in my opinion, and Morgan Whittaker going on to become our highest paid player in the team at the moment, £23,000 a week. Now, we have got a juicy transfer offer here for Todd Cantwell, £8 million from Bournemouth. He's a player that I want to keep this season, but I do understand Bournemouth being in the Premier League a lot longer. They probably have the better chances of staying up this season compared to ourselves. So it does make sense for him to join Bournemouth. However, it's going to be important for us this season. He's got 1 year and 10 months left in his contract. I did mention Morgan Whittaker becoming our highest paid player on 23k a week. I don't want to exceed 30k a week this season. I will try and give Cantwell a new contract. And if we can keep him sort of that, 25 to 30k in wages, I'm happy to keep him. But if he declines that, we might have to be forced to accept this deal for Bournemouth. But for now, we will sit on that deal. We did try to bring in a new goalkeeper last episode as well, James Beadle. Brighton refusing to do a loan-to-buy deal. Rather, they were preferring a straight loan, which that doesn't do us. That's no advantage to ourselves. There's no need to make a player better and then send him back to Brighton. It doesn't make too much sense. I will either... It's going to be between Bazunu and Trafford, isn't it? It's going to be between Bazunu. Trafford, though, is £12.5 million. That is insane. Bazunu is only 1 year older and almost half his price. I mean, there's only one goalkeeper we're going to go for here, isn't it? And it will be Gavin Bazunu. Let's see if we can get this deal sorted out quickly. Let's not forget Southampton were relegated last season, which is why we're looking to do a deal like this, a relegated Premier League side. Bazunu, good goalkeeper for them. I'm going to go a lot lower than his market value there. Oh my God. They feel like I've wasted their time. That's so stupid. For some reason, I thought because they were relegated, they would want a much lower sort of price than his market value. But okay, we have learned from that. We will just give it a week and we will come back to try and do that deal. In the meantime, I think another team have put in an offer for James Beadle as well. I'm not quite sure who that team is, but I don't want to sign him on loan. And if Brighton don't want to do a loan to buy and they want a straight loan, it doesn't make sense to go on to sign him there. I know in the game he'll probably let that happen, but if Brighton are not willing to do a loan to buy, that means they want to keep the player. So it's realistic not to go for that deal. Hence, we will go for Bazunu. We'll give it a week time and we will go back for him. Whenever I face Everton on any career mode, there are two reasons I want to win the game. The first one being Blackburn Rovers, we want to avoid relegation, win as many games as possible. Second one, I'm a Liverpool fan and this is a game that I always want to win. But it's a good team there. Dwight McNeil starts, Neil Maupay as well. They've got Jake O'Brien, James Garner in midfield. It's a really good starting 11. But for us, we are unchanged from our last game against Crystal Palace. It makes no sense to make changes, especially at the start of the season, given that we played so well. And that means our record signing, Morgan Whittaker, is going to have to settle for the bench for this one. Who the hell is that guy? Yilmaz almost taking on the whole team there. Trying to initiate the press earlier on in this game, but I keep getting it wrong right now. We need to sort it out quickly before it gets too late. Ducore, I don't know what he's doing out wide, but okay. Oh no, that's what he's doing out wide. That is what he's doing out wide because he can play a pass like that to Dwight. Is it Dwight McNeil who's made a clever run there behind the defense? And to be honest, on ultimate difficulty, if they find themselves one-on-one with the goalkeeper, 95% of the time they will score, and that was never in doubt. We've conceded the first one here yet again. We need to get into a habit, right, of trying to score the first goal. Here you go, Koulibaly. That's why we signed him. That recovery pace, that covering pace for his fullbacks as well. It's Tyrese Dolan. Leonard has made the run in midfield. The pass good, the touch good. Oh, he's got in front of the defender, but it's off target. I got a little bit excited there for a second. Thought he would have buried that one. Corner. Koulibaly, can we find him? No, it's Leonard instead with the header. It's been cleared off the line by the defender. What an opportunity. We've started the second half a lot better than the first one. Cantwell doing so well to win it back, only to give it away. Come on. Dolan. Oh, referee, that's a red card. It's not a rugby game, this. It's not a wrestling game. This is a game of football. It's only a yellow card that the referee's giving him. A couple of changes there as well. Travis replacing Buckley and Whittaker replacing Leonard, and that means Nene will be the one going up front. Oh, Whittaker trying to play Nene there. And Whittaker takes over from that right-hand side of the attacking three, and Nene goes up front for the remainder of this game. Come on, we need to not concede the second goal, otherwise it's game over. With 10 minutes to go, we still have a chance as we win it back here to Cantwell. A lot of space. Oh, lovely Whittaker, drive forward, look at the space. Keep going, Nene. Yes, don't stop. There's the pass, Nene. Yes! And that is why we signed him. Morgan Whittaker with the assist. Oh, what a finish. He continued from where he left off last season. What a goal. Come on, hang on, 2 minutes to go. The clock's ticking. Keep them in their own half. No, referee, please end the game. Okay, give us a few more seconds. I've gone from end the game to give us a few more seconds. But again, another decent point, this time away from home. I keep saying we will take this point right now and continue to build on that momentum. I'll be sticking with a 19.7. I want a more rounded sort of figure. I've got OCD like that, maybe 20 million pounds. Yes, they will accept that. Wages, this is the issue. I do not want to give him more than that sort of 30k a week. Let's start with 25k a week, and let's just do £100,000 in signing on bonus. Here we go. Submit offer. Yes, that's a reasonable offer. He's happy with that. And Todd Cantwell is going to be here at Blackburn Rovers for the next 3 seasons. I mean, if someone decides to pay that release clause, I'm happy to let him go for that amount. But for now, he wouldn't be joining Bournemouth. One player that I want to quickly give a new contract as well is, where is he? Joe Rankin Costello. Yep, they should be straightforward. £20,000 a week, 100,000 in signing on bonus. He should accept that to sign a new 2 years contract extension. That's a reasonable offer. I really like how quick this contract negotiations are going. It just means the players want to stay at Blackburn Rovers, which is a good thing. MJ Garrett, I want to give a new contract as well as send him out on loan, and we will do exactly the same for Travis. Let's start with Travis here quickly. I can understand it. It's a little bit difficult for our skipper and Lewis Travis. It was crucial player for us last season. He played pretty much every game, but we're now promoted to the Premier League. We've brought in Daniel from Sunderland. His squad role has gone down to important. He's still going to play a lot of games for us this season. And the cup games when we have to rotate, coming off the bench, he just wouldn't have that crucial aspect to him anymore. But anyway, he's currently on 16k a week. I'm going to do exactly the same. 20k a week, £100,000. I mean, let's bump up his wages for being loyal to want to stay as an important player. That's a reasonable offer. He signs as well. That means the last player to sort out in this episode. There's still more contracts to give away, but in this episode, I'm just going to do Jake Garrett. He'll probably never be good enough to command an important or crucial role for Blackburn Rovers. But in the meantime, whilst he can go out on loan, Jake Garrett, get some much needed game time, come back a better player. I'm happy to just, give him a slight wage increase there to 12K a week. Okay. He also wants a 39K signing on bonus, which I'm happy to do. And very quickly, I'm going to add him to the loan list and hope we get a loan offer for him quickly before the transfer window ends. Tell you what, right? I'm yet to meet anyone that takes this competition, the Carabao Cup, seriously in this game. Yes, it's a good trophy to win at the end of the day, but just because it's not an objective, it's never an objective from the board. People just don't take it seriously, and as silly as it sounds, it would be nice for Blackburn Rovers to win a trophy, but at this stage anyway, going into a game against Portsmouth, who are a championship side, maybe they got relegated last season. I can't remember correctly now. Championship side or maybe a League One side. I've rotated heavily to that starting 11 and Dominic Hyan playing in that left centre back position. This might actually be his final game for Blackburn Rovers. This game is not gone to plan so far. Still nil-nil, 74-minute play. It's been a boring game, to be fair, from both teams. But in a cup competition, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing, we could have done well to win possession back. This could be the goal. That could be the goal. Good save from the goalkeeper. Doesn't matter how you win the games in the cup competition. The most important thing is that you progress. Keeper comes out to collect that one. This might be going into penalties unless Portsmouth in possession here could conjure one last opportunity. I don't think they will though, with 1 minute to stoppage time. And it goes into penalties. Well, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's going to be interesting. Bishop missed the first one for Portsmouth as Magtegay steps up. Top right-hand corner, I believe. I can't really see the black dots there. He's missed the second one. I can only tell when they miss. I can't see a thing on that screen. I'm a little bit far away from my screen for this one. But Nene gets the second, and they've missed their first three, and Whittaker wins us the game. And we go through to the next rounds of the Carabao Cup. Doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you go into that next round. He's leaving the club, Dominic Hyan. I said that game against Portsmouth might just be his final game. And guess what? His final game, a clean sheet, has been a very good servant for us. And I mean, we've got to improve the team, and letting him go there. I wasn't too bothered. We've got three centre backs now. That means, and we have got Koulibaly, a new signing. We've got Carter, a starting centre backs in the Premier League, and we have got Scott Wharton as someone who can rotate with the both of them. We might need one more centre back, but I'm really, really hoping we can do that with the youth academy. Promotes a decent centre back from the youth academy that would take over that role rather than going out to spend a lot of money for the fourth choice centre back. But Dominic Hyan, he joins Anderlecht for £1.3 million. I mean, good luck to him in the Belgian league. Here is a confirmation of another outgoing. Jack Vale joins Lausanne Sport for £820,000. That is one of the clubs owned by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, isn't it? In their sort of multi-club ownership, Manchester United and Nice. Is it Nice of the French league and Lausanne Sport as well? I think that's the third club. But anyway, £820,000 a week is a 64 rated striker. He's never going to play a game for us. But we are at home against Arsenal, our biggest game of the season so far. Arsenal, by the way, are 8th in the league table. It's only 2 games played. He's a good player, isn't he? Loic Openda. He scored goals in every league he's been in, by the way. He scored goals for Vitesse, the Dutch league. He scored goals for Lens, the French league. And now he's doing the same for Leipzig in real life. No surprise he's scoring goals for Arsenal on the game as well. Really good striker. He's got a lot of pace and going the other way. Surprisingly, there's no Saliba or Gabriel starting for Arsenal. I feel like that's a centre-back partnership there, Calafiori and Lemoyne, that we could exploit in this game. It's a little bit of a weaker starting 11 there for Arsenal. And whilst we are on a roll right now, unbeaten in our first 3 games of the season, I mean, I don't want to be too cocky or anything, but we certainly could exploit that Arsenal's back four. They are playing a 4-4-2 formation with Nuno Tavares occupying one of the wing. The left wing is occupying for them. Here you go, Tavares in possession. That's a good ball. Openda, what a save! It's a good start here for Arsenal. I did say we could exploit their defense, but at the same time, they've got a really good attackers here. Kai Havertz, Openda. They have got Saka as well, starting from the left-hand side. And, of course, or right-hand side, I should say, for Arsenal. Finally, we're putting a few passes together in this game. I was wondering when this would happen because Arsenal have dominated that opening 15 minutes or so. Over the top here, Whittaker to Nene. That's the combination that got us the equaliser against Arsenal. Couldn't do it that time, though. I mean, I think all our attacking players have been involved. They have contributed to a goal this season. I think it was Dolan with the assist for our first goal against Palace. Leonard with the goal. And the goals against Everton, it was Whittaker. And I'm trying to stay focused and at the same time commentating. It can be a little bit hard sometimes, especially when you're playing a game against Arsenal. Tyrese Dolan, though, that's lovely stuff. Just weaving around. Oh, what a save! What a save! That would have been one of the best goals we have scored. Oh, that's unfortunate not to score there, you know. The build-up from back to front, the run from Dolan, the cut-in from Whittaker, it just unfortunately couldn't apply the finish. No! Oh, we're just reminiscing the chance we created. An Arsenal goal the other way. I was wondering why they went long on that free kick, but maybe Arteta felt confident they had strikers that could win headers, which Openda did there. And it's a lovely pass from Tavares, by the way. Is it Tavares with that pass? And Kai Havertz with the finish for them. We have conceded first in every game that we have played this season, other than the Carabao Cup against Portsmouth, which ended in a 0-0 and we went on to win on penalty. But every league game we have played this season, we've conceded first, and we have gone on to do exactly that. Get the equaliser. That's why he's our record signing. What a goal. That's a goal and an assist for him this season. I'm loving life for Blackburn Rovers right now, you know. It's such an enjoyable team. Oh, it's waved past one. Openda, it's going to be a red card. Surely it's going to be a red card. Anything less than a red card, we've got away with one here. Of course, it's going to be a red card for Callum Britton. 11 men against Arsenal is tough enough, but 10 men makes it even more difficult. But I'm going to take off Nene for Leonard. And I will take Britton to that left-hand side. And Dolan can do a job for us in midfield for the short term. There is the substitution. If we can hang on here for the point. Out wide, Pickering is having to do a lot of work on his own on that left-hand side, up and down the pitch. Oh, it's a penalty! It's a penalty! Has he given it? Is that a penalty? It might just be outside the box, but I think it's a penalty. And White? That is a penalty, surely. It started from the outside, but it carried on inside the box. Nuno's been taken off here for Martinelli, who I would have expected to start. It's only a free kick. Come on, man. I feel like we've been robbed there. That should have been a penalty. Oh, what a save. What a save. Todd Cantwell has just signed a new contract. Ukraine. We've actually not looked like a team with 10 men. Oh my God, how did he not score that? How did he not score that? Arsenal only need one chance, and I promise you, if they get it, they're going to kill the game here. I have it deciding to go back to Saka. Come on, stay focused. I barely got anyone at the back. We've gone all attack. We've almost forgot about defending. We got away with one there. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, what a chance for Openda. Tell you what, Arsenal have been a little bit poor. Maybe they're underestimated what we can do against. Surely they watched the game against Palace and Everton because oh my god, oh my god, that should have been a gift. How how didn't he finish that? It's on his weaker right foot though. Oh, Raya almost gifted us a goal there, but we let him off the hook. We let him off the hook really. We keep it alive. Cantwell, come on. This could be it. This could be it. This could be it. What an opportunity for Cantwell. Oh my god. What a game. What a game this is. The most exciting one of the season so far. Even with a man down, we did not look like conceding. Don't get me wrong, Arsenal had one or two chances, especially in the last 20 minutes of the game. But we did manage to hang on. We could have got more than a point. We've still got quite a bit of cash left here, £25 million, a lot more than I thought, considering we've made three crucial signings this season. Okay, it makes sense. We have sold players worth just over £8 million this season, and one of those being a youth academy graduate, Ruben Wade, £2 million we sold him to Swansea. I believe we still have to again reinvest into the youth academy, either to bring us potential good players that can play for the first team or make money from it, as we have done a little bit of already. And let's not forget, the board wants us to make at least £10 million from youth academy player sales this season. I will promote a couple of these as soon as the transfer window closes, and with the option of loaning them out when the January transfer window opens. I don't think you can loan them out immediately after you have just promoted them anyway. I say this because I tried to sell Ruben Wade last season as soon as we promoted him, but we never got an offer for him. I think that makes sense though, and give them at least half a season in the first team and then make that decision whether you want to loan them out. Potentially, the likes of Sterling, the goalkeeper who is now 17, will be promoted. Who else? Okay, Crawford looks good as well, 61 overall, but that potential is great. He will be promoted. And a couple of other players there might just earn and their first professional contract. But we are into the transfer deadline day. We need to bring in a goalkeeper. We attempted to do so at the start of the season, and not at the start of the episode rather. But Southampton was having none of those. We tried to lowball them. Really, I have no idea what I'm doing here. I have no idea. Finally, we get there. Finally, we get to the screen that I was looking for. Goalkeeper, the free agent goalkeeper have signed for a team here. I was going to sign him on a free and then potentially loan him out. But okay, that's no problem. It's Gavin Bazunu, the Southampton goalkeeper, relegated last season with Southampton. We offered them £5.5 million previously. It was rejected. I don't want to overpay for him, but at the same time, I don't want them to walk away again. Let's start with the £6 million and see what they say. Okay, they're asking for over his market value, which for a player who was relegated last season, I don't want to pay over his market value. Let's increase our offer by £1 million. Okay, they want us to pay his market value. Again, I don't want to pay his market value, but let's go 7.5. Let's round things up here. That's a reasonable offer. They will accept £7.5 million. I think it's going to be a very good goalkeeper for us. Goalkeepers don't usually ask for too much in this game, which is why I feel like I can get away with getting him to take a pay cut. I'm going to sweeten that up though with signing on bonus and appearance bonuses of £100,000 a week. It's not quite what they want, but they will accept it. And that goes our fourth signing of the season. We've got ourselves a new first choice goalkeeper now. Unfortunately for Piers, though, I don't think he's done bad for us this season. He's done well in the first three games that we have played, but I felt like we needed an upgrade in that position. Someone that's going to get better, someone that's going to help us win games, someone that's going to help us keep clean sheets. Not saying Piers couldn't do that, but I just felt like we needed to be ruthless in that position. We needed someone better, and he gets the #1 shirt. Welcome to Blackburn Rovers. Gavin Bazunu. We've definitely made signings that have improved the team. It's a small squad, though. It's a really small squad. I've got offers to send MJ Garrett on a season-long loan. I want to send him out on loan just because I think he would benefit from a loan move as opposed to playing a handful of games for us this season and training with the first team. He will benefit a lot from going to the championship, playing 20, 30 games for a championship team. But if I let go of him, we barely have any player, any midfielder. We've got Buckley, who is usually in the starting 11. Our next game, he will be in the starting 11. But other than that, we haven't got any other midfielders. We don't have any midfielders. So if we let go of Garrett, we've only got one midfielder to rotate for the two positions or the two center midfield positions, which is not like it's not ideal. Rankin Costello can play there, I know that, but ideally we want him to be a backup for or to give provide competition to Callum Britton in that right back position, and Britton who was suspended. You know what? Let's see what we can do. Well, here is an offer that we will definitely reject. Tyrese Dolan, and no way we're letting him go with 4 hours left on the transfer deadline day. £9.9 million, though. It's good to see, in terms of valuation, in terms of what other teams are wanting to pay for our players. We got an £8 million for Todd Cantwell, £9.9 million for Dolan, and those values are only going to go up, which is good to see. Ranking Costello as well, I'm going to reject. So Ipswich too late to do these deals. Jay Garrett, if he completes his loan move to Real Oviedo, and both other teams wanted a loan to buy, that's not something I was interested in doing. But if he accepts that season-long loan to the Spanish second division side, I will just replace him with Lewis Baker. We did have him. We had him at some point last season before he got injured. I didn't feel like in terms of his wages at the time, he was doing enough for our team for us to keep him on loan. So we sent him back to Stoke City. But if we let go of Garrett, I'm just gonna replace him like for like for that in that centre midfield position with Lewis Baker, who is not gonna play a lot of games, but I think he'll happily sit on the bench. 3 hours to go, still waiting for that deal. Yes, it's been completed. Jay Garrett completes his loan move to Real Oviedo, the Spanish second division side. I'm just going to go on and get the deal sorted for Lewis Baker. Considering we gave him, was it 16K a week? I'm only willing to go 10K a week for you. And if you're not going to accept that, I'm happy to forget about this deal. The wages you're offering is a bit of an insult. Mate, you don't have a club. You're going to sit as a free agent. You don't have a club. Oh my God. And it's okay. I'm just gonna leave it. I've got money to spend. I've got money to bring in players, but we want to see. I want to see. How much of that money is gonna be left after we have done some youth academy scouting and giving all the players we want to give contracts. And when the January transfer window opens, we still want to have a little bit of a budget, a little bit of funds to spend in the January transfer window. At the moment, we've got £17 million. We are a little bit thin, or we are very thin in midfield, but I'm not going to make any rash decision now in terms of signing any midfielders. And if it becomes a problem in the January transfer window, we will look to do something about that. But at the moment, I think I'm happy with Travis, Cantwell, Neil, and we've also got Buckley, who is on the bench. It might just have been a mistake sending Garrett out on loan, but it's done now. If we need to recall him, we will do that. Transfer window now closed. We have got one less thing to worry about until January. We just have to focus on playing the games and trying to get as many positive results as much as possible and before the transfer window opens again. But let's take a look at some of the top deals that have gone out. Top deals that have happened in the summer. Let's take a look. You've got Tammy Abraham to Monaco. You have got the likes of Sadiq Carvajal joins Napoli for £31.4 million. Oh my God, at 33 years of age, that's a good business there for Real Madrid. Pedri to Manchester United, £150 £51 million must have been the record sort of sale, record signing in that transfer window. I highly doubt anyone would have spent more than that amount. Luke Shaw joining West Ham there, Oblak, £55 million to Manchester City. So it's the Premier League team spending all the top dollars right now. Saying that, Declan Rice to Barcelona, £97.8 million. You've got Riyad Mahrez returning back to Europe, tired of Saudi Arabia now, and to Bayern Munich there. And Trubin joins Tottenham for £34 million. You've got Lucas Digne as well to Fulham. Any other big deals that went on in that transfer window? Not really. Yeah, Remina there. You've got Tomori back to Chelsea. Oh, wow. £71.5 million back to Chelsea. That is a big deal. McAllister to Newcastle for £93 million. Kai Havertz going back to Leverkusen. A lot of players here going back to their old teams, isn't it? A lot of players. Rodrigo de Paul to AS Roma. Any other top deal? Oh my God, Gabriel Martinelli to Real Madrid for £68 million. Wow, a lot of money spent, a lot of money spent. Most of those spent by the English and Spanish teams, as far as we can see there. But I'm just going to go ahead, quickly promote these youth academy players to the first team. We can sort out the youth academy scouting again, and we will finish the episode there. Who are we promoting? I'm promoting the goalkeeper, Gordon Sterling, into the first team, his first professional contract. Oh my God, I keep on going. That's what I wanted to do. Promote to the first team. That's sorted. I'm going to do exactly the same for Gabriel Goodwin. Promote to the first team. I feel like in terms of leaving them in the first team, playing them in the Carabao Cup games if we can, will do them a lot more good rather than sitting on the with the youth academy and not playing games. I do try to play the youth academy tournaments when I can, but I don't like to do that too much. It's just boring, to be honest. Crawford, I'll do exactly the same. Promote to senior team. I don't think there's any other player that I want to promote here. That keeper looks good, doesn't he? Arthur, he looks good. 56 rated, 79 to 87 potential. He's still only 15, so we can't promote him yet. What I will do, you know what? I'll promote the likes of Angus Bean as well. Give him a contract, and I'll promote the likes of Lawrence. Both Bean and Lawrence probably going to end up selling them. I don't think they'll be good enough to play games in the first team, but I'll give them a chance to send them out on loan first, certainly. A little bit of an upgrade in our youth academy scout. Barker, a new scout, 5-star experience, 5-star judgment, just under £4 million. We had to pay to bring him in. I mean, there are no other better scouts. Otherwise, I would have liked to upgrade Wright as well, who's a 4-star experience, 4-star judgment scout. But seeing that there is no decent enough scouts out there, and we will give it a week or so, and we will then try that out again. But for Barker here, I will be sending Barker to England, and to hopefully he'll be the scout to do the magic for us and bringing those highly rated young English players. We want to focus on that midfield position. That is all we want you to do. Bring in some decent centre midfielder for us that can hopefully do the job, seeing that we're short in that position. I don't mind. I don't want to set this. I mean, any sort of centre midfielder you can bring for us, I will be happy with that. And McKeith, I will send McKeith again. I'll stick with Europe for the meantime, Northern Europe again. And let's take a look. Let's send him to the Republic of Ireland for 6 months again. And I want him to bring us a centre-back. That's one more position we're a little bit short. At the moment, we have got Koulibaly and Carter, our 2 starters. But other than that, we have only got Scott Wharton, who is going to be our backup for the season. So if you can find us a decent sort of defenders, centre-back, left-back, and let's go right back as well, I will be happy with that. Once again, I don't want to focus on any sorts of attributes or specialities. I'm just going to leave right in the meantime. I think in the next sort of couple of weeks, we might find a higher rated youth academy scout that we can replace him with. But for now, we have got £13 million left on our budget. I told you, By the time we go on to do the youth academy scouting, that will probably get down to about £8 million by the time we replace the 4-star experience, 4-star judgment youth academy scout. But anyway, where are we in the league table? 13th in the Premier League, 3 games played, still no defeats. All 3 games have ended as a draw for us this season. Manchester City leading the way, as you'd expect. Liverpool not far behind. Spurs in third. Brentford, though, the surprising inclusion there after 3 games played. They've picked up 7 points as well. Manchester United mid-table. Leicester City are doing quite well. The bottom 3, you've got Luton Town, Crystal Palace, and Sheffield United. Of course, Luton Town and Sheffield United, the other 2 teams that were promoted with ourselves last season. Chelsea, who we face next, are 17th in the league. 1 draw and 2 defeats for them so far this season. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to it, and I'll see you all in the next one.